It's the only Connect book special. Let's hope tonight's teams have read some. I'm joking. They've done literally nothing else. I actually wrote a book once, but apparently I'm not allowed to talk about it on this programme due to BBC regulations on undue prominence. I can't even tell you its name, which I think is stupid, but there we are. I can apparently tell you the names of the teams, who are on my right. Simon Keeley, a solicitor who was in a punk rock band that played to 3 people. Danica Neeson, a team manager who once judged a pie-eating contest. And their captain, Blake Patel, a civil servant who saved a cat from drowning. All fans of George Orwell, they are the Orwellians. Hello again. We last saw you 5 or 6 years ago. What have you been up to since?
Well, unfortunately, we've not spent actually very much time together in those 5 or 6 years, so it's just nice to get the gang back together for one special hurrah.
I'm so sorry, I was engrossed. You are playing tonight on my left. Mark Casarotto, a film and TV agent who won 8 different prizes on a single scratch card. Sarah Benwell, a financial journalist who once told Hugh Dennis that he looked like Hugh Dennis. And their captain, Cat Brown, a journalist and author who was in an advert for Wonder Bra. United by their devotion to Jilly Cooper, they are the Jillies. Now, you were here, I think, Series 18, which was COVID protocol. There were screens. Does it feel weird to be so near each other?
It does, and out of habit, the only times that we've seen each other since, we've always just carried a screen with us, just to recreate that lovely quizzing atmosphere.
Am I right in thinking that you brought us a team with a secret 4th member?
We did, yes. It wasn't very secret, to be fair, because I was quite huge at the time.
And who was that secret character?
My daughter, Tabitha.
Named, of course, after?
A Jilly Cooper character, Tabitha Campbell Black.
I admire your commitment. Thank you all very much for coming back, and good luck. Orwellians, you won the toss. Please choose an Egyptian hieroglyph.
Danica?
Twisted flax, please.
Twisted flax will be the first question of the book special. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
I mean...
Okay. Hazardous.
I don't know.
Next, please.
OK.
Next, please.
Bill Bryson did...
Yeah.
What was that book called?
Next, please.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, go ahead, Buzz. The first word is the author, and they wrote a book called The Lost, second word.
Well, look at that 4th clue that you didn't need.
Lost is lost from the title.
Very good. The Lost Symbol, Dan Brown. Arthur Conan Doyle, The Lost World. Bill Bryson, The Lost Continent. Milton, Paradise Lost. Jillies, what would you like?
Water, please, Victoria.
Water. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Next, please.
People you don't see, or
So the aunts were the controllers, basically. Mark, did you catch that? Okay, should we go next? Next, please. Oh, it's cameos by the...
Yeah, by the author, yes, absolutely.
These are cameo roles by the author of the book in the film or screen adaptation.
Very well done. Can you tell me who all these actors are?
So Margaret Atwood in The Handmaid's Tale, a lovely person in The Night Manager, Peter Benchley in Jaws, and Irvine Welsh in Trainspotting.
Irvine Welsh, and his is a named character, Mikey Forrester, and he actually reprised the role in T2, Trainspotting, the sequel. Irvine Welsh played Mikey Forrester again, and he wasn't a drug dealer anymore, he was a fence. And Irvine Welsh says, Mikey's gone up in the world. When you say a lovely person in The Night Manager, it very much is a lovely person, depending, I would say, on your relationship with them. Do you know who wrote The Night Manager?
Is it Le Carré?
It was the great John le Carré. A lovely person in one way, but I think perhaps you wouldn't want to be married to him,
Indeed.
I would say. Orwellians, what's next?
Horned viper, please.
The horned viper. What connects these clues? Here's the first.
It's a scene or something.
doesn't
Next.
immediately.
Next, please.
Someone getting anything.
Next, please.
It feels like a song, doesn't it? But I can't work it out.
Next, please.
It's definitely a song, but I can't think of anything.
2 seconds.
Don't know. We don't know, sorry.
No, OK. Possible bonus for you, Jillies.
It's Wuthering Heights, and that's not.
No, it's not that. Leader of the pack. No, it's not that. No, I think you don't know. These are all references in song to Romeo and Juliet. Clue 3, people might know, Madonna, Cherish, Romeo and Juliet, they never felt this way, I bet. The 4th one, Dire Straits.
Straits, yeah.
Hey, Romeo, you nearly gave me a heart attack.
Yeah.
She Was Waiting with a Safety Net, that's Mystery Dance, Elvis Costello. And the second one, Taylor Swift, Love Story. They are all songs where people are singing about Romeo and Juliet. So no bonus there, Jillies, but you may have a question. What would you like?
2 reads, please.
2 reads. These are picture clues. What do they have in common? Here's the first.
Next, please.
Goat. 3 bears, 3 billy goats, 3 nursery rhymes.
Yeah.
I reckon. We can get another one.
Yeah, let's have next, please. Yeah, 3 little pigs. These are all children's stories featuring 3 of the pictured animal.
I will accept that answer, but what would you have put at clue 4?
That's a very good question.
I don't.
Blind mice.
No, that is not what we've got. Let's see what we have got. What's that?
Musketeer.
It's a musketeer. So does that count as a children's book?
That's true.
But I will accept you get 3 of them in stories, children's stories, if your children are reading The 3 Musketeers. Well done. Orwellians, what would you like?
Let's go for Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Next, please. Next, please.
So, is boxer a horse in Animal Farm? OK, a horse and his boy or something.
Next, please.
Horse and hound or something.
2 seconds.
We'll go horse and hound.
Horse and hound is not the answer. Jillies, do you know?
These are Jilly Cooper animals and but real-life ones and ones in her books.
Oh, it's Orwell and Jilly Cooper then.
Of course it is Napoleon the Paint.
It is Orwell and Cooper. You need to make a team of 6. Bluebell is a dog in Animal Farm.
I'm so sorry.
Walter Scott in Emily. Those great early romances. Still my favourite to this day, those girls' name romances. Muriel and Chisholm. Do you know who Muriel is in Animal Farm? She's a goat.
Mm-hmm.
And what can you tell me about Chisholm the goat? Do you know this story?
Oh, she named Chisholm after a critic.
Exactly so. In Jump, there is a goat called Chisholm who shares her name with the Jilly Cooper critic. Not written maliciously, Dame Jilly has clarified. It's just in fun. Boxer, you're absolutely right. A horse and a sailor is a horse in...
Riders.
Riders. There you go.
Oh, God,
And here's the joke at clue 4. Who's Napoleon?
Pig.
Of course, a pig. And Rupert Campbell Black.
Male chauvinist.
A male chauvinist pig. Exactly so. 1 question remains. Lion, that's for you. Of course, it's the music question. You'll be hearing your clues. What do they have in common? Here's the first.
Next, please.
And I will have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow, where midnight sun
Serenity, Bibles. Should we go next? Yeah. Next, please.
Songs
all based on books. Because the cover takes it. Should we go next? Next, please. Songs versions of poems.
I need to hear something more.
Animals? Animal poets?
Not animal poets, I'm afraid. So bonus chance for you, Orwellians.
They are Nobel Prize for literature.
That is what it is. They are laureates, Nobel Prize for Literature. We heard a poem by Tagore, Rabindranath Tagore, that was adopted to be the national anthem of Bangladesh. Yeats, The Lake Isle of Innisfree, that was that second one. McCavity from T.S. Eliot's Book of Practical Cats. And If, Rudyard Kipling, all poets, all writers that won the Nobel Prize for Literature. Well done. That means at the end of round 1, the Orwellians have 2 points, the Jillies have 4. Sequences round. Orwellians, you'll be going first again. What would you like?
2 reads, please.
2 reads. You'll be seeing the first in a sequence. What comes forth? Your time starts now.
Could be lots of people. Shelley, maybe.
Next, please.
So maybe people that someone's married. Don't know. Winners or something.
Next, please.
Oh.
So... Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein, who is Victor Frankenstein.
Yeah.
But what is the other writer named Mary?
2 seconds.
A monster created by the scientist.
Is the right answer. Talk me through the sequence, please.
I haven't quite got there, but Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein. The scientist is Victor Frankenstein, and the monster is often referred to as Frankenstein, despite being the monster.
Exactly so, and that first was Mary Wollstonecraft at Clue 1. So Mary Wollstonecraft is the mother of Mary Shelley. Mary Shelley is, as it were, the mother of Victor Frankenstein, the creator, and Victor Frankenstein himself created a monster. Well done. Jillies, what would you like next?
Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
These 5 lights are, and then we go back to the last one, which is 5. No, 5 go to Kieran Island. Or Adventure given at Kieran Island. So Adventure was a different series. No, but Adventure, because the one I'm reading at the moment with Tabby, Go to Kieran Island again, it's like 5 Go to Kieran Island, maybe. Yeah, but the first one is, it's not called Kieran Island, it is just the island. You sure? 5 Go to the Island? Are you sure? Yeah, and is it definitely Famous 5, I think? Yeah, it's Smuggler's Top I just read.
1: Island.
I will take that answer. I'd have loved a slightly fuller answer, and I will give you the clue that the answer is itself the name of a famous novel.
Is it Adventure?
Treasure.
Treasure Island.
Treasure Island. We are going backwards, as you knew, to the first famous 5 novels. So they go to Smuggler's Top, they run away together, 5 go adventuring again, and the first one, 5 go to Treasure Island. And, of course, the island in question is Kieran Island, of course. Did you say you're reading them at the moment, Sarah?
So, obviously, with Tabby, I read her, like, picture children's books that she can enjoy, but then when she's falling asleep, I always read her chapters of a chapter book, so I've been reading her all the famous 5 books each night. That's what we're doing at the moment.
How old is she now?
2. But she likes to fall asleep when I'm reading, so, and it's nice to read something that's a bit more interesting than, like just a picture book, so I read her a couple of chapters as she falls to sleep.
We want to get her on season 25.
Yeah, we're training her up.
I mean, amazing. Orwellians, what would you like?
Can we have Twisted Flax, please?
Twisted Flax. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Well, he played in it.
Yeah.
Did the score.
Okay.
Right.
Next, please.
Because he got a yellow card.
Yeah, yellow card.
So,
There is a famous one where someone got 3 yellow cards.
yeah, but I can't believe think who it was.
Can we just buzz in?
Was it Gaza?
I think we have to go with someone, maybe you in the embassy team.
2 seconds.
So, Blake in a 5-a-side match.
And why would that be?
Received 3 yellow cards in one game.
We are looking for someone who received 3 yellow cards a game. We went for the possibly slightly more well-known player, Josip Simonic. That was in a 2006 group match, but I'll take that. What's the joke? Why is this in a book special?
Because this is bookings in a football game at the World
Exactly so. And do you know this story at Clue 4, this Josip Simonic?
Yeah, so it was an English referee, I can't remember the name of him, but I think he'd forgotten he'd given him a first yellow card, so gave him a second one and then should have sent him off. But then he received another booking, so got 3 bookings in the game.
That's it. Of course, he got the 3 bookings by mistake. So we wanted anyone who got 3 bookings. It's not usual, but, you know, Blake, pull your socks up, I would say. Back to you, Jillies, for a choice.
Horned Viper, please.
Horned Viper. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
So that's the daughters.
What does this mean? All in brackets.
It's all 5. There are 5 sisters, so that's all of them.
Yeah, but I think the brackets are going to change. I think we
So
should
we
get
need
next.
2 sisters. Next, please.
4 characters in space.
So there's 2. There's only 2.
Is it how many of them end up married? No, because Mary doesn't get married in Bramebridge.
3 characters in.
First 4.
Next, please.
Yeah.
3 characters in Bramebridge. Is this the number of narrators?
No, I don't
From
think
their
so.
point of view.
No, let's have the last one. And then Buzz. So
2
yes,
seconds.
like a Buzz.
Plus, thank you. Sisters. Oh, good Lord.
No, that's not it anyway, sorry. Orwellians, do you know for a bonus?
2 characters in Emma.
Not it either. This is a naughty little word puzzle.
I thought it might be.
5 characters from the word pride are repeated in Prejudice, Pride. 4 characters in the word sense appear in Sensibility. 3 characters in Crime and Punishment, I-M-E. So I need to hear 2 characters in any novel
Yeah.
where the second word repeats 2 of the characters in the first. We've got Oscar and Lucinda, that Peter Carey novel. The A and the C are repeated. Back to you for the last choice of the round. What will it be?
We'll go for Lion, please.
Lion. First in this sequence, coming in now.
I think. Yeah, next.
Yeah, next, please.
I don't know.
Next, please.
I'm not seeing it at all.
So post Mel,
Yeah.
pre Derek.
Clyde and Derek.
Betty.
2 seconds.
Before Dean Hoyle.
And why would that be?
I don't have anything for you, Victoria. Just, yeah.
Not the answer, I'm afraid. Jillies, do you know?
I'm afraid we haven't got any flashes of inspiration right now.
It is another word puzzle. After Mel, we are thinking of the singer Mel B. Before Derek, Bo Derek. B, Bo. Betty Boo. B, B-O, B-O-O. We're simply spelling out the word book. I need a word that comes after book, so before of Kells. 1 question remains, water question. These are going to be picture clues. What would you expect to see in the 4th picture? Time starts now.
Next, please.
Who do we think? Spare Grills. Something Bear. Is it going to be a book title? Something Bear. Should we get the next one?
Next, please.
Why am I so... Who is this?
I don't know who that is.
Bear.
I do recognise him, but I don't know who it is.
Is he a film director? Is he a film director?
Okay, book titles. There.
That's what I'm trying to think of. We need to pause and we need 5 seconds.
2 seconds.
No, nothing. Sorry.
Orwellians, do you know?
David Beckham,
And why?
because the first name needs to begin with D, and I haven't worked out the second name.
Oh.
But
That is an alternative sequence. I'm almost tempted, but because it doesn't have a book connection, I can't. You are absolutely right. These people's names do begin A, B and C. What are those names?
Albert Cameron.
Or Cam, as people often refer to Cameron Norrie. So Albert, Cam...
Ooh.
Ooh.
Whose
Or
first name is
Moo.
Ooh. Or Moo.
What's
yeah.
Moo? We've gone with a cow.
Oh, right.
Listen, this is only a special. We've gone with Moo. Yes, we're spelling out the name of the great French writer Albert Camus.
Bible, yeah.
Ezra, Joshua, Job, and Psalms.
Oh,
maybe.
brilliant. Well done.
Okay.
Milton's a poet. Banks, Cave, Scrap, Hollowed. Hollowed. Are these going to be words in like Sherlock Holmes stories or something? Anyway, I'm
Could
gonna
be. Oh, Case would be good for that. So.
wonderful.
Okay, right, slow.
Okay. Darling is the surname of the family in Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
Textbook, casebook, scrapbook, guidebook.
Very good.
Very nice. Okay.
Okay, but so what are these other ones while we've got time? Darling, Smiley, Milton, and...
Are they just surnames in books?
I don't think it could be that simple, could it?
Okay.
Banks. Is there a Mr. Banks in Mary Poppins? But they're not all Disney.
There
surely.
is.
I'm
So
going to try.
No, but it's,
Okay.
yeah, we've got it, I think.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
just
don't press-
about, because
don't
we've got
press it
so
yet.
much time to think about this. Darling. Mr. Darling.
we haven't really got a word one.
Yeah.
No, that's true. Oh, no, but isn't textbook, scrapbook, casebook word?
Yeah, but it's not.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. Can we're not getting anywhere. Can we just
fine.
try?
You've solved the wall. Very well done. But do you know why? Let's have a look at the groups. Job and so on.
These are books from the Bible.
They are books from the Old Testament, exactly right. And the next group, Song of Solomon, The Whispering Statue and so on.
These are poems.
They are not all poems. You said there isn't a word one. Have a look at the ends of the words. Mun, tu, wed, thur. It's nothing to do with their literary origin. It's literally days of the week hiding at the end there. Scrap case text guide.
Those can all be followed by book.
You can follow them by book. And the last group, Banks, Darling, Milton, Smiley.
Children book families.
Surnames of literary families.
I need to hear something else.
Children's?
Yeah, surnames of families and children's books.
Nope, you're not seeing it. They are surnames where the first name is George. George Banks is the father in Mary Poppins. George Darling in Peter Pan. George Milton is actually in Of Mice and Men, so I think perhaps not a children's book. And George Smiley, our old friend Le Carré again. But you solved the wall and gave me 2 connections. That is a total of 6 points. Very well done. Let's bring in the Orwellians now, give them the other wall and see how they get on. 2.5 minutes for you two, of course, starting now.
Books of the Bible, but there's loads. Acts, Philemon, James, Mark, Revelation, Galatians.
Yeah, I think it's got.
There's 6
Oh, that's
though.
lots, yeah.
Okay, Lenny Rush, Lenny Small, Lenny Henry,
yeah.
and some other surname. Do you know any Simon? Lenny
No.
Case?
Never mind, it's got that one. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to do a few while you look at it.
Yeah, you go.
Oh, Lenny Jones. Sorry, of course.
Bookmaker, bookcase, bookworm,
Bookmark.
Bookmark.
So
There
then
you
you've
go.
got Philemon, Revelation, Galatians, and Acts
Yeah.
are books of the
Yeah.
New Testament or General Bible.
Yeah.
Clever,
Oh.
Daydream, Bump,
They're
Me.
Mr. Men, aren't they?
Oh yeah, wonderful.
All little
There we go.
misses.
Cool.
Give that a bash.
You made short work of that. We didn't trouble you long. But do you know why you solved that wall? Tell me about the first group, James, Henry, Small and Rush.
They are all famous Lennys.
Exactly so, with a variety of spellings. Who are those Lennies?
Lenny James is the one I've forgotten.
He's an actor, so we've got 2
it's
actors and
from
2
Line of
writers.
Duty.
Yeah,
First
The
series,
Walking
yeah.
Dead.
Lenny Henry, Sir Lenny Henry.
Particularly relevant tonight as an author. He's an author of many children's books. Who's Lenny Small?
Son of Mice and Men.
Of Mice and Men. And Lenny Rush is that great child actor. Our next group, Mark, Worm and so on.
These are the bookmark. Oh, you can put book in front of the word. to
You
get
can
the
put
word.
book in front of all of them. Bookmark, bookworm, bookmaker, bookcase. Next group, Acts, Galatians and so on.
Books of the Bible.
Exactly so, of the New Testament. And the last group, Daydream, Mean, Clever and Bump.
These are Mr. Men or Little Misses.
They are Mr. Men, exactly so. When did you last read those?
Well, my kids are 10 and 12, so about 8 or 9 years ago.
Well, presumably 8 or 9 years ago you were reading the famous 5. I mean, I'm daunted by that. But the great Mr. Men books. So you found all the groups, gave me all the connections. That is a maximum of 10 points. Let's have a look at the overall scores. The Jillies have 15 points, the Orwellians have 17 points. So it will be decided, I'm going to say it, there's literally no prize, no progress through the competition, no money, no cup, nothing at all. But let's play round 4. Fingers on buzzers, teams. I can tell you that the first group of disguise clues are all bookish phrases. Jillies?
Buy the book.
Correct. Orwellians?
Cook the books.
Correct. Jillies?
Oldest trick in the book.
Well done. Jillies?
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Indeed not. Next category, famous libraries and their locations. Orwellians?
Bodleian and Oxford.
I'm afraid I can't take it. Jillies, do you know?
Bodleian Library and Oxford.
We need the word library. Sorry, Simon. Next clue. Orwellians?
Library of Congress and Washington, D.C.
Yes, it is. Jillies?
National Library of Wales and Aberystwyth.
Yes, it is. Jillies?
Hadrian's Library and Athens.
Correct. Next category, bestsellers of the 2020s. Orwellians
The Thursday Murder Club.
by Richard Osman. Orwellians,
Girl, Woman, Other.
Bernardine Evaristo. That next one was The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse. But the bell has gone for the end of the quiz and looking at the final scores. The Orwellians finish with 20 points. The Jillies have 21.
Oh, my God.
What lovely close scores. You see, you've still got it in you somewhere, even after all this time. Very well played. Thank you all for coming back. It was lovely to see you. Before we go, earlier this evening, despite explicit instructions, I did publicise my own book. The BBC bigwigs have been in touch to say, for balance, I now have to give equal prominence to every other book. This could be a long night.